What's up, everybody? This is Phil Rogacki.
And I'm Jared Abergina.
You're listening to Two Tree Guys Podcast. What's up, everybody? Phil Rogacki here, and joined with my co-host, Eric Palacio. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Thanks for
What's
having
up?
us out here.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Thanks for everybody listening to Two Tree Guy Podcast here. Bringing you from North Carolina on Arborfest, and we got a special guest, Rudy,
Very special.
or
guest.
how he said it, Rudy. That's
Rudy RuteMiller.
Did you look at your last name when you were spelling it out? You're like, Rudy.
How do I spell that again?
I thought I was
man.
the only one that had to do that. I
Oh
see that you had
man!
to do
Well,
that too.
welcome. You know, and this is a short podcast that we like to hear people's stories and how you got in this industry and mentors in your life and everything like that. So I'm gonna let you take it off, man. How'd you get in this industry?
All right on. Well, I'm honored to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Good to be at Arborfest, North Carolina. So I've been in the industry, really got exposed to it in college. So I went to Virginia Tech and was on the traditional forestry track. And the kind of story I like to say is I was always the guy wearing chacos and flip-flops in class, and all my coworker or my classmates.
What are chacos?
Chacos, the little like sandals, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're pushy enough to know what that
I
is.
don't know what
Come
chacos
on.
are. Chacos?
Like the outdoorsy flip-flop.
Okay, the
Yeah.
outdoorsy flip flop.
If you wear chacos, you like backpacking and you like
Gotcha.
being
Okay,
outside.
chacos.
Yeah. So I was wearing alternative footwear while all my
We are from California, so we
Yeah.
like those terms.
yeah, for sure. While all my classmates were wearing like knee-high boots, basically, or just traditional forestry boots, and so that was the difference. I never really like fit into one box. So I was
Gotcha.
taking all these traditional forestry classes, loved it, doing the dendro class, getting super nerdy on all the Latin names and everything, and then discovered urban forestry. Had my first urban forestry class, and I said, this is the perfect mix for me. You're doing tree stuff, you get the biology, you get all that good stuff, but you're in a city and kind of get the culture that way too, opposed to walking in the middle of nowhere in the woods. So.
I mean, what made you want to go do this? I mean, get into
Yeah,
forestry.
not too many people know right off the bat that they want to do just forestry, right? I mean, a lot of the people that we interview or a lot of the stories that we hear, it's like, I ended up in this industry, I don't know, kind of like us, but
Yeah, for
you
sure.
knew right off the bat.
Well, I stumbled upon it a little bit. I knew I didn't want to be like my dad, basically.
Oh my God! Disclosure.
Yeah,
No.
Dad, if you're listening,
Dad, he loves you. Like that's not what
He's
he meant.
ashamed of you.
No,
You don't wanna be
not
like-
at all. We have a
This
great.
guy started his psychology.
Let me just throw my
podcast.
dad under the bus
I
here.
know. Look how red your face is getting. You're like, I don't want to be like my dad.
All right, so you have dad issues. Let's keep on
No,
talking about it.
no. So he worked corporate job, cubicle,
Gotcha.
did great, like great dad, provided great great upbringing.
Now you're trying to go.
Clawing this back a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to work outside. I just didn't want like a cubicle job. I didn't
Yeah.
want to like climb the corporate ladder,
Yeah.
which kind
What
of
kind
funny.
of work did he
kinda
do?
doing it
Like
now.
what was his?
He was in purchasing and like negotiations. So negotiated like big
You can't talk about what kind of negotiations.
top
he did.
secret
Yeah.
negotiations. No.
Okay.
So I decided I wanted to do something alternative, right? I was in that phase of my life, and I'd want to do outdoor recreation. Was kind of so I got dual degrees, one in outdoor recreation, and then the other in urban forestry.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Okay. So getting into college, going through the classes, finding out that you wanted to be in urban forestry, then what?
So then I just looked at the big companies, Bartlett, Davey, all that good stuff.
So you graduated. You finished. You graduated.
Yep.
College, and then you got into
Uh,
becoming a groundman.
Basically,
basically.
yeah, for sure. So Bartlett, we are at like a job fair. I met with a Bartlett regional dude there,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, you come work for me. And I said, "No, I want to go out to California."
No, I got a degree. Forestry. I don't want to be a groundman.
No. So he hooked me up with the California Bartlett office just north of San Francisco,
Nice. Which
And-
office?
San Rafael.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know San Rafael.
Yeah,
very well.
totally. And
I
I
who
remember
was your boss there, or who was the
local manager at the time was Mike Green.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Peter Andrucci runs
Yes.
that Division 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the name I know.
And I remember putting my collared shirt on for the first day, and I
Yeah.
was like, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna pick up sticks all day, but I'm gonna wear a collared shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of had a track, like a sales track, basically. So I dragged brush for 6 months, and then did some plant healthcare for a couple months. Sucked at it. Just came home wet every day.
How can you? I was just gonna say, like, how can you suck at plant healthcare? Like, it's very hard to suck at plant healthcare.
You come home wet at the end of the day. You just got chemicals.
Spraying yourself instead of spraying the tree.
Yeah, doing a bunch of caterpillar sprays, just fucking into the wind. If I can cuss on this.
Yeah, you can cuss on here.
Yeah,
you can say whatever you want.
Did not like plant healthcare, but did it and learned a ton.
Yeah,
it's obviously an integral part of the industry.
Yeah.
So you went through kind of like a training.
Totally. And then climbed for a bit. Wish I climbed longer, but I think they said, you signed up for the sales track. Let's put you into a sales role.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, started managing crews, selling a bunch of work, got super busy, and
good.
Yeah, into the industry.
Good. And that was it? You're still with Bartlett?
No, I'm with Petzl now.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Golly, Phil, for God's sakes, I thought we.
He was like, and that's it.
No, that's the story, guys.
Yeah.
No, so after that, I was at Bartlett for about 4 years or so, and then wanted a bit of change of pace. Was kind of burnt out. I have this trend in my personal life of doing things really hard, really deep, and burning out on them. So wanted to change of pace. Wanted to kind of move to some mountains.
Gotcha.
Wrote down a bunch of brands that I liked and respected, outdoor brands, industry brands, all sorts of stuff, and Petzl was looking for a sales manager who had some arboriculture background, and it's kind of a perfect fit.
Now, where do you live now?
I'm in Salt Lake City now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful city.
You've been to the headquarters down there, Phil?
No, I haven't.
No.
Not at
Jared
all.
has.
Yeah, he said it's
he
pretty
went for
freaking
the
awesome.
for the Petzl Symposium. I think that's
Okay.
what he was down there for
Okay.
last time. We need to get you out there,
I
man.
would love to go out there.
We need to get you out there so you can check it out, especially with everything you guys are doing with the academy and and the training and all that. It's very cool to see the setup they have up there, and just the wall of gear and all the history of Petzl's like plastered on the wall. You know, so Rudy, we got to get him out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're
love to come out
welcome
there.
anytime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anytime.
So you're out there now. You're that now, right? You're still the what are you, the manager now
Yeah,
for your?
So I'm our national sales manager now. So I manage all.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. How long you been with Petzl?
About 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yep, similar time frame.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Let me ask you. I mean, when was that moment that you knew, or maybe you don't know? Is this the career path? I mean, this is your job?
Like you're doing
to be
this
in
the rest of your life?
Industry forever?
It's hard to know, man. I mean, I have a hard time seeing more than like a year ahead in my life, but I really enjoy what I do. I love the people I work with, love the industries we work with. I get to do this sort of stuff with Cheryl and VSG and the academy, and
Where do you see the industry going? What major changes are coming our way here soon?
The tree care industry?
Yeah.
Major changes? I think that's a better question for you guys, probably. I mean, from the equipment side of things, obviously more stationary rope system, climbing.
Okay.
I am interested in the number of climbing going forward, opposed to the automation that's coming down the pipeline with more like grapple saws and a lot more bucket truck work and kind of less climbing. Obviously, I hope that doesn't happen because that's kind of the fun part.
It won't.
Yeah. That's good. Thanks for the
it won't. Like,
Job security.
You're still always going to need someone in the tree. There's so much work that does not happen with machines. I mean,
yeah, totally.
Our guys are hiking a fucking half a mile to get to transmission lines to go whack a tree, so that won't happen. It's automation is helping out a lot.
Yeah.
The work that we do is making it easier. It's making it so we don't have to do this extremely hazardous work by hand, and we can focus our efforts with the people that we have to do this kind of work that they're extremely needed for. So in a way, it's alleviated some of the work. Would you say so?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. Who was that person in your life, the mentor? Who's the one? I know it's not your dad, right? But that mentor in your life, that person that really kind of directed you or helped you out in your career or just in life in general?
Yeah, sure. Well, life in general, it's got to be my dad. No,
What'd you say, clawing it back?
Yeah, clawing it back. I think there's been a few people. I mean, in college, it was certainly my professor, Dr. Wiseman at Virginia Tech. Yeah,
okay.
he basically said, hey, this is an actual career path, which you go to college, not people are like, this could be your job, this could be your job. He pointed that out, like, hey, you could be a tree climber, you could do sales, you could do municipal forestry, all those sorts of stuff. So Dr. Wiseman for sure. When I got to Bartlett,
are you still in contact with him?
Here and there, not that often. I should be more in contact.
You should.
Yeah.
You should give him a call.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd love to hear from you.
Totally.
Especially. When's the last time you talked to him?
It's been probably a couple years, probably maybe start of COVID or so.
Yeah. You should call him.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I was on a podcast. We were talking about you, man.
Give you a shout out.
Yeah, I gave you a shout out.
Great program.
Just want to say thank you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad too. Call your dad.
I will. When I started at Bartlett, there were a couple climbers there. Brandon Arborgina, so Jared's cousin. He was the first guy to literally show me the ropes, right? I had all this brain knowledge, I feel like, coming from out of college.
I never knew that.
I just sucked at the practical side,
I never knew he worked for Bartlett, because he's in Hawaii now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
He definitely showed me the ropes. And then a guy, Danny Mendez, who you might know.
I know Danny.
Danny's a badass.
He taught me everything.
He's one of our awesome friends.
Yeah. He was the guy who tried to teach me how to climb, He was the first guy who let me take a chainsaw up in a tree.
Cool.
He was like, I got you, bro. You can do it.
That sounds just like him.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
It was great. Yeah, gave me the opportunity, taught me all the safety stuff, and got me up to speed real quick.
Gotcha.
Big shout out to Danny. We got to let him know next time we see him.
No.
We usually run into him every once in a while.
Yeah. That's good, man. That's good. So let me ask you, on this podcast, it's kind of bullshit, tree guys talking, talking about business, hearing stories. But the individuals that listen to this, it's out in the universe. I never know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
What kind of wisdom or things that you can kind of share to the industry out there of things you learned along your way or what was taught to you in life or in the industry?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's a tough question. I think off the top of my head, it's just be patient.
Be patient.
That's you want to move in your career or whatever. It's good to take a deep breath and say, be patient. Don't rush it. Kind of maybe master your craft a little bit. Get good at what you do. Don't make any rash decisions. Be patient.
Are you patient?
Can be.
Because you talked about earlier burning yourself out.
Yeah.
Like
that's
just
different.
Like
though.
push.
Well, I kind of say that in the arboriculture realm because I was not patient. Like I wish in hindsight that I climbed for a few years. I full-time climbed for
that makes sense.
maybe 6 months,
You feel like you missed out on some stuff?
For sure, yeah. I'm kind of like, I was a good sales dude. I feel like I was a decent groundman, bad at plant healthcare, decent, if that, climber. Like, not great at any of these things, really.
Does it bother you? Does it bug you, bother you? Do you wish you could go back? Or
I think I've kind of accepted it at this point.
Gotcha.
If I could go back, I would climb for longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. There's things in just my career path that I wish exactly what you said. Like, I wish I'd have climbed more. I wish I would have done that more and learned so I can maybe relate better to the individuals.
100%.
And I feel like I kind of missed out, but it's gone so far that when I'm saying it doesn't bug you or bother you, because it bugged me and bothered me, for that, because I could relate to that. So,
but have you let it gone? Is it gone now, or you still regret it?
I have the itch, because we have the academy, and I'd be embarrassed to say I haven't been through all the classes, and I'm the CEO of the company, right?
Yeah.
And Jared and I have a good relationship on the front end and the back end working, of me pushing forward on the marketing and the sales and getting it out there. So there's different positions for different teammates on a team, right? So I accepted it, but I'm gonna go through all the classes with him and learn some stuff.
Good.
This has turned into a psychology session with your dad and with you guys being resentful of all of this. But I got to tell you guys something, and this is just with the conversation that came up. There's definitely things like that in my life as well, but I've completely accepted that I'm good at what I do, and that your role and what you do is like extremely essential, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Jared wouldn't be who Jared is without you, Jeremy, what you did over there, the same with you guys. So let it go. Don't feel bad. Accept it.
I'm like, I love you, Rudy. We're friends forever.
Accept it, because both of you guys are great at what you do.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't have taken that step to do that, you'd be a fucking groundman right now. We'd be losing out on that. Or you'd be a climber doing gnarly shit for just yourself and not for the industry like you are now. So think about it later. I think you guys can let it go.
I appreciate that, Eric.
Yeah,
well,
man.
well, Rudy, man, it was a pleasure having you on the show. And like I said, man, love for you to come out and visit us in California.
Absolutely.
Come go whenever you want to come through a training. You just tell me. We'll put you through a 3-day boot camp.
Okay.
Come stay at the ranch, get experience. Go through Climber 1, Climber 2, rigging class. We'll put you through a 3-day class. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Housing's all taken care of for you. You don't have to pay anything. From that,
happy to pay
because you can give us the biggest discount on all our gear and everything, and bring a bunch with you. But come out and go through that class, and bring your products out there so we can utilize it, which we are. But bring it out and have a part of that class and teach these students that are coming out there. I'd love for you to spend some time with us out there here soon.
I appreciate the invite. We'll take it up on it.
Cool. And everybody's listening on this. If you liked the show, if you enjoyed it, if there was something you got out of it, share it, man. Share it. Especially if you know Rudy, or you love your dad, and you just share him.
I'm never gonna live that down.
No.
I just didn't want to be like my dad. But no, share it, guys. We don't ask for money or anything. The fee is to share it, comment, like it, post it for that. But we appreciate everybody listening to the show and always supporting us. And remember to continue elevating the standard of our industry through safety, training, and innovation. Have a great day, guys. Bye.